All right, and this week, Dan, there wasn't a lot of huge performances, so I picked a couple guys that I really like that are leading their franchises and doing some great things. So I had Matthew Stafford at number 5. I watched the tape again, and I slipped Phillip Rivers in here. I think he's playing great football. The team isn't finding ways to win, but they got a huge win last week in Atlanta, coming back late in the game. But he is playing great football, and I don't think he ever gets the recognition he deserves as being one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Couldn't help myself but being happy for them after the way things have gone for the Chargers. Phillip Rivers playing very well. They take on the Broncos in Denver this week, so a tough road test for the Chargers. All right, number 4.
Number 4 is another guy that I think is underrated and just continues to win and lead his team, and that's Alex Smith. He just plays solid football every week, makes plays for his team. He may not have huge numbers because he does different things for his team, but I just like the way he's playing. And like I said, never gets the recognition that he deserves. So on a week like this where people weren't throwing for 400 yards, it was nice to slip him in and give him some of that recognition.
They are at Indy this week. Last time he played in Indy, all he did was throw for 378 yards and 4 touchdowns in a wild card game. Number 3, Kurt.
All right, number 3 is not underrated. This is a guy that's always up here, and he's playing unbelievable football since he came back from his suspension, and that's Tom Brady. He just continues to light it up, not turning the ball over, making huge plays, most accurate quarterback in the league. It throws down the field. I mean, how do you come off your couch winging it 40 and 50 yards down the field on the money every time? He's just playing some really good football, and not that it was unexpected, but I think we're a little bit surprised because of the circumstances, but no longer. He's been up here every week since he's been back.
8 touchdown passes in just 3 games for Tom Brady. That is more than 10 teams have the entire season. Number 2 on your list, Kurt, is who?
All right, number 2 is Andy Dalton. Now, he hasn't had the year team-wise that they expected, but he's still helping to carry this team. They don't have a lot of weapons. They lost a lot of guys in the offseason, but he's still having big game after big game. He's still got one big game guy on the outside that he can throw to, but still throwing for about 300 yards a game. And I know it was against Cleveland, but this was a big performance and a big win for their team, and Andy really spearheaded that.
Yeah, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions in the last 4 games for Andy Dalton. And the number 1 quarterback in all of the land for Week 7, according to Kurt Warner, is...
And number 1 this week was Andrew Luck. I think so many people had written off the Colts, and they hadn't been playing very well, and all the issues they have and the struggles at the offensive line. But what I love is that this guy can come out each and every week, regardless of what's around him, and have games like this. 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, brought his team back, and just when everybody was high on the Tennessee Titans and they have a better defensive front and they're going to get after him, he just goes out and lights it up and finds a way to beat Tennessee once again. Just a great performance by the young kid, and I love watching him play, and I'm glad he was able to bounce back with a week like this.